Hello, it's Lucy here at Franknut Sewing Machines, and now we're going to have a look at the menu screens and kind of how to set up stitches on your 770 for the first time, and any time really. So when you first turn on the machine, it defaults to just a standard straight stitch, and you've got your width and length all set up here for you. If you want to browse stitches using your stylus pen, you can scroll through the screens. It's like using a phone, but ever so slightly different. Got your decorative stitches, just tap on the folders and again you can scroll through them. And when you've got something selected that you want to have a look at, it gives you all the information on the screen there about your stitch width and length. You can then adjust those however you like, so we can make that a bit smaller, so make it a bit proportionally smaller using our multifunctional knobs. Just going to go through some of the menus on the left hand side of the screen now. So if I go back to just a straight stitch there. So at the top here we've got our tension indicator, and that is automatically sets itself depending on what type of stitch you've got selected. You will find that does change. You can manually change that by pressing it there and then using your knobs to alter if needed. But generally the machine knows what it's doing. Its settings are pretty good. We've then got our foot indicator, so again, whichever stitch you have selected, it does give you examples of different feet that would be suitable to use with that particular stitch. So it's saying with that straight stitch, the 1D which we've got on would be suitable, but you can also use it with a variety of other feet. With the feet, they do have this large sensor on the side. I'll show you this on the 97D as well, which is the patchwork foot. This will tell the machine not on what foot you've got on, but whether it is a straight stitch foot or a 9mm foot, and will then limit you as to what you can or can't do. So if we do put on this 97D here, I'll just show you. So now if I try and actually adjust the stitch width, it'll let me go so far. But then on the screen it's actually going to go red, because that's an indicator that if I do that, I'm going to be hitting that foot. And we do have a similar safety mechanism on there as well with the needle plate 2, which is also on the left hand side. So you can tell the machine what needle plate you actually have on for doing the task that you're doing. And again, it's got a star next to the one that is going to be most suitable for that stitch that you're doing at the time. Obviously you have to change the foot and the needle plate. It is your kind of responsibility to do those, and then you can then tell the machine what you're using, and hopefully then avoid any broken needles, which would be great. So I'll keep those settings on there at the moment, and I'll just adjust the stitch width back to normal. So the other indicators we've got on here are foot pressure and our feed dogs and our bobbin. So on the foot pressure, again, you can adjust that, but it generally stays at around 50. It does sometimes move around for different stitches. And our feed dog indicator there, and that just gives you some information on how to drop the feed dogs, which is the large button at the side. So if I do actually drop them down, you can see that will then turn yellow to indicate that the feed dogs are now away from the machine. Pop them back up. Our bobbin, when you are running low on a bobbin, that'll be flashing, and it'll give you an indication as to that you do need to change to a fresh one. But there is also a little video on exactly how to do the bobbin, which we did show in one of our other videos as well. That's kind of a introduction to some of the Bernina menu. I hope you found it helpful, and look out for some more videos soon.